What's up guys, it's the Ultimate Fighting Consultant and we're back with quick picks and predictions for UFC 313. Real quick before we get into it, let's talk about last week. We had a solid bounce back. Our underdog of the week, Nasser Hack Press, came through, and our safety bet, that two-legger with Chepe and Manel, cashed too. If you look at the bottom right, we're now sitting at 7-7 on underdogs of the week, and the safety bet record is looking really nice at 13-4. Just to remind you, the safety bet is always my favorite play on the card, and I make sure to keep it under -150 odds, so it's actually good value. End of the day, we walked away with plus 3.63 units of profit. Now, if you want all my bets for this week, which includes the underdog of the week and safety bet of the week, hit that link down below and use code VIP when you sign up. That gets you 50% off the monthly price, and that discount locks in, so you're getting a half off as long as you stay in there. And now, without further ado, let's get right to the picks. Opening up the card, we got Djorden Santos taking on Ozzy Diaz. Santos is making his debut here, but I'm still picking him to win. Yeah, Diaz has the power advantage. He's always looking for a knockout. But Santos, he's going to be quicker. He has good cardio, and I think he pumps the jab out and applies pressure like he did on his Contender Series win. So give me Djorden Santos as the pick here. Next up, we got Gutierrez taking on Castaneda, and let's be honest guys, the only reason the odds are this close is because this fight is on short notice for Gutierrez. He's the more polished guy and he has way more experience against higher level competition. I am a little hesitant since we don't know how Gutierrez will look stepping in on short notice, but I'm still going to pick him because he has pretty good takedown defense, and if he keeps this fight on the feet, he should be able to pick Castaneda apart. Give me Gutierrez as the pick. Next up, we got Mairon Santos taking on Francis Marshall, and Marshall's a decent wrestler with some solid power, but I'm going with Santos. He should be way better on the feet. He's faster, more technical, and he has pretty good takedown defense to keep this fight there. As long as he stays off his back, I think Santos outstrikes him all day, so give me Mairon Santos as the pick. Next up on the prelims, we got Alex Morono taking on Carlos Leal, and man, the fall off of Alex Morono honestly needs to be studied. I don't know what's going on with him lately. He actually used to be pretty solid, but now he just looks sloppy, uninterested, like he doesn't even want to be there. On the other side, you got Carlos Leal, a hungry newcomer, second UFC fight, and coming off that controversial loss to Renat. Yeah, the judges gave it to Renat, and I even picked Renat in that fight. But let's be real, pretty much everyone thought Leal won, and that was Abu Dhabi judging at its finest. I'm gonna go with Leal here. This fight actually matters to him, and I'm sure he's fired up after getting robbed last time out. I think he comes out looking to make a statement, so give me Carlos Leal as the pick. Next up, we got Bruno Ferreira taking on Armen Petrosyan, and guys, Ferreira is literally knockout or bust. If he doesn't get that knockout, he usually loses. Now, Armen is coming off a knockout loss to Shara, but let's not forget, he was looking really sharp in that first round. Honestly, you could have even given him the round, depending on who you ask. I think Armen's gonna have the edge here. He's taller, longer, faster, and I see him being in and out against Ferreira. I'm a little worried about the grappling though, since Armen's wrestling isn't elite, as we saw against Vieira and Baralo, but if he keeps it standing, I think he'll have the upper hand. So give me Armen Petrosyan as the pick. Next up, we got Josh Van taking on Rei Tsuruya, and guys, this is a big step up in competition for Tsuruya, and it definitely favors Van. Van's the cleaner striker and with way more experience against higher level competition. Sitting at 5-1 in the UFC, he's been tested. Tsuruya's still a bit unproven at this level. I think Van gets it done here. He's just gonna be a step ahead, land the bigger shots, and control the fight from start to finish. Give me Joshua Van as the pick. And for our featured prelim, we got Curtis Blaydes taking on Rizvan Kuniev. And guys, Blaydes is a huge favorite here for a reason. This is a huge step up in competition for Kuniev, and honestly, I think it's just too early in his career for a fight like this. His style isn't going to really match up well against one of the best wrestlers in the division. I'm backing the veteran Blaydes to get the job done here. He's just got too much experience, and I think he controls this fight wherever it goes. So give me Curtis Blaydes as the pick. Opening up the main card, we got Bobby Green taking on Mauricio Ruffy, and look, I get the hype around Ruffy, but let's be honest, his last fight wasn't all that impressive. Barely getting by James Yontop with a decision win, that's not going to do it for me, especially not with a line like -500 here. I'm still picking Ruffy to win, but after that performance, it's a bit too wide. He's going up against Bobby Green, who's a super fast striker, fights real awkward and has solid head movement. I do think Ruffy wins though. He's more well-rounded and he has the better striking, but I need to see some urgency from him. You can't be barely getting by decision wins, especially as you move up the rankings. But I'm going to go with Ruffy here. Give me Ruffy as the pick. Next up, we got Amanda Lemos taking on Iasmin Lucindo, and this is a striker versus grappler matchup. I'm actually going to go with the underdog here. I think if Lemos keeps this fight on the feet, she could pick Lucindo apart. She's got the power, and we've even seen her get finishes before. But even if it does hit the ground, Lemos isn't helpless. She has submissions in her arsenal, and let's not forget, she just beat Mackenzie Dern, one of the best grapplers, not too long ago. So I'm going with Lemos here. I think she could keep her standing, and if Lucindo shoots for takedowns, Lemos should be able to scramble back up and get the win. Give me Amanda Lemos as the pick. Next up, we got Jalin Turner taking on Ignacio Bahamondes, and if we look at both these guys' last fights, Jalin Turner's isn't very good. He knocked Moicano down, thought he got a knockout, stopped fighting, and then lost by TKO. And on the flip side, Bahamondes is coming off a pretty impressive win over Manuel Torres. I'm not going to let that affect my pick here though. I'm picking Jalin Turner. I think on the feet it's as close as it could get. Both are great lanky strikers for this division, but who's the more well-rounded guy? Who also has the better grappling and submissions in his arsenal? It's Jalin Turner, and I think he has it as a great backup in case this fight doesn't go his way on the feet. So give me Jalin Turner as the pick here. And for our co-main event, we got Justin Gaethje taking on Rafael Fiziev. And yes, Gaethje is coming off a bad knockout loss, but it's been a while since then, and he has had time to recover. I'm going with Gaethje here, especially at an underdog number. He already beat Fiziev once. We saw the power difference, and this time around, Fiziev is stepping in on short notice. Listen, if he does get knocked out again, we might be looking at the new Tony Ferguson, but I'm backing Gaethje's chin to hold up here. I think he's going to land the bigger shots and get the win, either by knockout or decision. Give me Justin Gaethje as the pick. And for our main event, we got Shama, Alex Pereira taking on Magomed Ankalaev. And guys, I honestly don't know why these odds are this close. I think Alex walks away with this fight. Everyone talks about Ankalaev as if he's this phenomenal wrestler. He's really not. And even worse, he doesn't even use it. We haven't seen him use his wrestling his past couple fights at all. And on the feet, this fight isn't close at all. Ankalaev's coming off a decision win over a chinny Rakic, and the strikes landed are almost identical. It wasn't even a super dominant win. I'm going with Pereira here. I think he's going to throw a lot of leg kicks. We saw Ankalaev struggle with leg kicks against Jan Blachowicz, and I think Pereira is just going to pick him apart on the feet. Give me Alex Pereira as the pick. And that wraps up our video, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Take a look at Winner's Circle. Drop your picks down below. I'm the Ultimate Fighting Consultant, and I'll see you in the next one.